What's up, everybody? Chris, VA Travels, and I've reached my final destination on this little road trip. I'm in Knoxville, Tennessee. I don't even know the name of this river, but I'm going to be visiting the Blount Mansion. It's the home of William Blount, and it served as the capital of the Tennessee Territory. It was built in 1792, and headed in to get my ticket.
So yeah, this room was a later addition. Now with that being said though, this is William Blount's portrait on the left side of the room over here. Now William is kind of one of the main characters here. However, William would never see this room. William actually wouldn't see any of the additions. No nails or screws in this desk aside from the hinges and the lock here. It's all wood to wood joinery, Morse tenons, dovetails, things like that. So. But if you're into some shady stuff, then it might be common that you'd want to have a desk built with special hidden compartments like this one here.
Right.
You can hide letters, you can hide money, keep things out of the public eye and tucked away. Also kind of a testament to Hope's craftsmanship. Now this west wing bedroom here was the first addition that Wiley makes. Of course you can look at the walls. There's no plaster on the walls, no chair molding. This is a really basic building. We actually do think that this may have been an independent building sitting somewhere close to the property. Because Wiley actually writes that he has a building picked up with a mule team and sleds and slid all the way to the side of the house here, where all they had to do was nail it to the house that was already here. So pretty easy addition. You can just move a whole building like that and nail it on.
Kind of a smaller fireplace. Oh yeah, this was an imprint for making biscuits, cookies.
The Blount family's kitchen. And I call it a representation because this is the only building on the property here that has been reconstructed.
Ice house.
Yep, that's basically your early frontier refrigerator, pretty much. This room here is what would have been William's office. This is where he's conducting all of his business out here as territorial governor. And like Benjamin Franklin, you can see here in this drawing. Alexander Hamilton here, George Washington, of course, at the very top. And right there sits William Blount, in between them all. So Tennessee's state constitution was signed on top of this desk 225 years ago, this very year, with June 1st being our official statehood day.
All right, just took the house tour, and cool, yeah, they let me film inside. And the guide was really good. He was really thorough, so got a lot of information. And so this is pretty much the birthplace of Tennessee right here. And yeah, the state constitution was drafted just inside of that building. And as I said, the home was built by William Blount. He was, let's see, like I say, he was appointed governor of the Southwest Territory. He was actually appointed by George Washington. He had served time in the Revolutionary War. He was a prominent businessman and politician from North Carolina. And he went on to become one of the first 2 state senators. And he did have the reputation of being a little bit of a shady character, kind of a little bit of a shady politician, and he was actually ended up being recalled, and he was dismissed being a senator. They attempted to impeach him. The impeachment ended up falling through, but he ended up coming back here to the House. So that would be 1799, and it ended up dying inside in 1800. So, oh yeah, and he also signed the U.S. Constitution up there in Philadelphia. And to tell you the quick story of what happened, of why he was recalled, he had gotten together a group of men, and they attempted to possess some of the land down in the Spanish territory in what is now Florida, Louisiana. And yeah, they were attempting to possess some of the land and sell it to the British, and that would be conspiring with the former colony. So yeah, that's what got him in trouble. Oh, and I found out, yeah, this is the Tennessee River. So yeah, so like I say, he died inside 1800. Then the house was passed on to his brother named Wiley Blount. And he was more of a reputable character. He went on to be Tennessee's 3rd governor. And he was responsible of really fixing up the house. It was a lot smaller originally built. He added wings and yeah, really fancied it up. And so, yeah, after he passed away, the house was passed to William's oldest son. So, that's the history of the Blounts here at the mansion. And I'll also tell you, I believe he said there were, William had owned about 27 slaves, and I believe he said about 10 to 12 lived here. And the slave quarter was kind of in the corner right there, the fence. And then 4 slaves lived in the upper story of the kitchen here. And this kitchen was built in, I believe they said the 1950s, but yeah, it's on the original spot. And then there were 2 house slaves that lived inside. And one of the slaves was a guy named Cupid. And yeah, he was known to be a really good builder, engineer, and responsible for a lot of the building of the home. And yeah, let me go around, take a quick look at the front of the house. And yeah, a little bit different than the homes you see in Virginia. I'm used to seeing the big brick houses. And yeah, and this actually, it wasn't a plantation. It was just a home here on a little half-acre lot. And so you have to picture this at the time. Obviously, it looked nothing like it did now. And take a look at this little sign. And so you have to picture it was just a village at the time. A bunch of log cabins. And yeah, built 1792. One of the first frame houses west of the Alleghenies. And this was originally North Carolina territory. And it ended up breaking off after the Revolutionary War. Yeah, Blount was a delegate to the Continental Convention, 1787, and a signer of the Constitution. And yeah, I didn't find out what that building is. It's got one of those fire marks on it. That's pretty cool. So, one other random story he had told me, down the hill along the Tennessee River, there was a kind of a famous tavern at the time called the Chisholm Tavern. And kind of a random silly story, but the King of France, Louis XVI, after he was beheaded during the big revolution, his son actually fled here to Knoxville, and he stayed at that Chisholm Tavern. And the little story that was told, and it's kind of folklore, not really sure how much actual truth there is to it, he was sleeping at the tavern. He got bitten up by bed bugs, and he ran out and jumped in the cold river to relieve himself. So yeah, kind of a silly story, but just thought I'd throw it out there. And yeah, so I guess that'll be it for Blount Mansion. And I'll let you know that inside you can purchase a pass that gives you access to 7 historical homes in the area. And yeah, so I'm gonna head over to James White's fort after this, knock that out, and yeah, a couple little markers. Liberty Tree Memorial. Huh. Yeah, cool. All right, so gonna fly my drone and get out of here, and I'll see ya.